Hello there, my fabulously balancing midlife ladies. I am coming to you from my kitchen as I was sitting here going to make a really good healthy salad and a homemade dressing, and the whiteout challenge is coming up. I figured I would come live and show you what I'm doing and see if it's something that maybe you can institute into your own nutrition. So it's Saturday. It is around 1:30. I've been doing intermittent fasting for a while now. It seems to work for me. So I usually do the either 16 or 8 rules, so 16 hours of fasting, and then you eat your healthy meals in that 8-hour window or less. So I am now preparing my first meal of the day. I haven't had anything yet. I already went to the gym. I slept great, had great energy, and I wanted to have kind of like a superfood salad, but fresh and delicious and crunchy and lots of flavor. So I wanted to talk to you about what things you can put in your salad and maybe things that you shouldn't be putting in your salad. So one of the things when we do, as we're trying to manage our weight, our belly fat, our hormones, one of the biggest culprits is sugar. And there's so much sugar in so many of our condiments. So just for instance, there are some things in my refrigerator and I just happened to pull them out. So something like this is a Ken's honey balsamic dressing. Sounds amazing, right? But just one serving of this has a total of 7 grams of sugar, 6 additional grams of sugar. So they're adding sugar into this dressing for only 2 tablespoons. So another one, and you would think, right, it says light raspberry walnut vinaigrette, right? You would think, oh, that should be great. It's light. Well, they have 4 grams of total sugar, and it's the sugar that they add to it. So it's not like it's natural sugar from the raspberry. They actually add the extra 4 grams of sugar. So you always want to look at your labels and see when it says additional sugar added. And if you look at the ingredients, it tells you that it adds the sugar. So I like to make my own homemade dressing instead. Some people love a blue cheese, especially if you're on like a keto diet. This adds that healthy fat because it has 18 grams of fat in it, but it has no added sugar. So some people love a good blue cheese. I do not, but I'm going to show you just a homemade. This is a lemon garlic vinaigrette dressing. You can make it ahead of time, put it in your fridge, put it in a container, and then you can use it throughout the week. But I'm going to show you, I'm actually going to use it like right away because I'm going to eat my lunch. So what I did is already I zested a half of lemon. So what you're gonna do is just take a grater or a microplaner, whatever you might have. So you're gonna wash the lemon, right? You wanna make sure that the lemon is clean, because obviously if there's stuff on the outside of it, now you're putting it in your food. So I literally wash it with soap and water, and then let it dry. And then I'm just gonna zest it right on my grater. I did 1 lemon already. And then what I do is then juice the rest of my lemon right into a glass bowl is best if you can, or a stainless steel bowl. And if you get a seed in there, it's okay. You can, you know, sneak it out. So just get all that lemon juice out, that yumminess. And then any zest that you have on here, sometimes you kind of have to just take a knife on the back and then put that right in. So then that's your lemon. And then garlic. It's best to use like a clove, 1 clove of garlic, and crushing it yourself. So you crush it a little bit ahead of time because it releases all of the nutrients out of the garlic, and you let it kind of sit on your cutting board for a little bit. And then you're gonna add this right into that lemon juice. If you don't feel like doing garlic, you certainly could do minced garlic that's already done. You can do that. don't make it harder than it needs to be. And then what I like to do, if I have fresh herbs, I love to use them. The benefits of them are great. So I happen to have thyme, not just thyme, but thyme, fresh thyme, and I already took them kind of off the stalk. And I would say there's a good tablespoon in here. So I'm gonna put that in. And then I had fresh basil, and there's probably maybe 2 tablespoons of fresh basil that I chopped up. So I'm putting that in. If you don't have either, I mean, they make really good like salad herbs in the spice area. This one's actually called California Salad Seasoning. It's really good. So if I don't feel like chopping or I don't have them, I'll use that, or use anything. Use parsley, tarragon, dill, like experiment, like make, but add some herbs in that. Sometimes even with my fresh herbs, I'll even add just some dried herbs, just because I like it really seasoned. And then the next thing I want to talk to you about is salt. So in our 5-day whiteout challenge, we will be eliminating white salt. White salt is one of those things that actually adds to your hypertension. It could add to actually osteoporosis, because too much white table salt actually makes our body rid the calcium out of our body through our urination, and that obviously leads to osteoporosis. So we want to kind of limit that white table salt as much as possible. So during that time, I'm going to recommend a pink Himalayan salt. And so I want to talk to you just quickly about the benefits of pink Himalayan salt. And it tastes really good. That's the other part of it. So these are some of the health benefits of pink Himalayan salt. Not an overabundance amount, but some. So it can balance your body's pH, reduce the signs of aging. Who doesn't want that in menopause? Improve respiratory diseases, improve sleep quality. What? We want that. Regulate your blood sugar, increase your libido. Yeah, we're still alive and vibrant, ladies. We still all need that. It has better mineral content than the white table salt, because it does have calcium, potassium, and magnesium. And that's probably why it helps you sleep better, because it has the magnesium in it. And actually aids in hydration. A lot of people say if you have too much salt, right, it makes you dehydrated. This is the kind of salt that actually aids in hydration. But you do want to limit it, because we don't want too much salt in our body, but it's a great thing. So in this dressing, I'm going to grate probably, I would say, maybe a half a teaspoon of salt. And then same, I'm going to ground in black ground pepper. And I like pepper, so add pepper. And then you want to use just a plain white vinegar. You can use a rice vinegar. It's also good. Again, look at your label. There's no added sugar. I am going to show you this though. So I know everyone, we love balsamic vinegar, right? It's got that great flavor. But during our whiteout challenge that we'll be doing in May, we have to limit our sugar as much as possible. And I'm just going to share with you, a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar has 2 grams of sugar in it. It's just a natural, it's not added sugar, it's just natural sugar. So, because it's so concentrated. It's still yummy, and I won't eliminate it for you, obviously, but you just want to limit how much you're having, and just notice that you're having it. Here's another one. This is a poppy seed dressing, which tastes so good in the summer on fruit and whatnot, a fruit salad, but it does have 5 additional grams of sugar in it. So you can actually make your own homemade one. In my salad dressing bowl is an entire zest of a lemon, an entire juice of the lemon, a entire clove of garlic, about 2 tablespoons of fresh basil, a tablespoon of fresh thyme, and then I did put in some salad seasoning, just a little bit. Now I'm going to put in, I'd say, maybe a half a cup of white vinegar. And I don't measure, I just kind of eyeball it. And then you want to use a good organic olive oil. And this you're going to need about 1/3 of a cup. I'm making a lot because I want to have some for leftovers. I don't want it just for the salad today. So then you're just gonna whisk this all together until it emulsifies together. The problem also when you use olive oil, when you put it in the fridge, it coagulates. So sometimes you have to take your dressing out like a half an hour before you want to use it because it will solidify. But you can see this makes a thick dressing. It's not real, and so it sticks to your salad. All right, so then I'm just gonna put this aside, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm putting in my salad, because what we put on our salad is just as important as what we're having in it. So today I am using organic spinach, baby spinach. It's been rinsed, and I already cut up my vegetables, and I just used things that I had in my house already. So cauliflower, English cucumber, green beans. So when I was a kid, I would go to my grandparents' gardens and I would pick the green beans right off the vine and eat them. Oh, I love them, even just raw. Celery, because I love to crunch. Some baby carrots, red bell pepper, and as a treat, to combine with that lemon, I have a Granny Smith apple. It gives it like this tartness, and it combines with the lemon and the garlic. It just gives it a really great flavor. So all of this is going in my bowl. I want it nutrient dense and all of this fiber. So I'm literally putting all of this in here. I'm just gonna stir it up with my hands, so don't mind. This is like, I'm just gonna put it in this pretty bowl, right? We should make our food look pretty. So now I wanna have some protein in here because I haven't eaten yet today, and protein's so important. So I happen to have a leftover piece of wild caught salmon that was broiled, and it's cold. So I am just gonna use this in my salad. And I'm just gonna cut it up into smaller pieces, and then I'm gonna add it in. If you can, it's a little bit more expensive to buy wild caught salmon, but it's so much better for you. I'd rather see you just eat it once a week than eating the stuff that's been filled with antibiotics and not as nutrient dense. But if you like it cold, buy a bigger piece and eat it up cold. So I'm just literally chopping this up a little, and this is gonna go in my salad. And it's not just me eating this, by the way. This is for my family today. We're all eating this today for lunch, as we're both, me and my boyfriend are both intermittent fasting. So next, I want to get some healthy fat in here. So I'm doing a half of avocado. Just scoop it out. It's perfectly ripe. I cut it in half, and now I'm just going to slice it up. All right. Look at this. Amazing. Now I'm going to keep on going. I just want to make it as superfood as possible. So something else that I like to do is I like to add some flaxseed. And again, I just drizzle some on here. So instead of croutons, right, that just does nothing for us, find things that are crunch and fun that you can do. So another thing I'm going to do is just some slivered almonds. But you can use walnuts, pecans. The nuts and seeds are what our body needs, and we need them to regulate our hormones. It gives us our omega-3 fatty acids, which also the salmon does. The healthy fat from the olive oil and the avocado is going to make this a superfood salad, but tastes good. So this is something that totally you can have literally as a whole meal in the Whiteout Challenge that's coming up starting May 23rd. So those 5 days we're eliminating the white things that causes our body in midlife to be off balance, to not sleep, to not lose the belly fat, to not lose the weight, to not have the energy. So it's no white sugar or sugars in any form, even honey. We're gonna limit the sugars as much as possible. And then it's no cow's milk dairy. Cow's milk dairy, notice I did not put any cheese in this. Though you could have an almond milk cheese or a coconut milk cheese, cashew milk cheese. Sheep cheese I would allow if it's organic, but no cow's milk dairy, because that actually adds to our disruption in our body. It adds to digestive issues, leaky gut, a lot of inflammation. A lot of people do have a food sensitivity to cow's milk dairy and they don't even realize it. So for those 5 days, we're eliminating the cow's milk dairy. We're going to eliminate gluten and white flour. It is one of the main culprits of food sensitivities, digestive issues, and inflammation in our body, and causes our hormones to be all over the place. So we're eliminating that. That means no bread. So even wheat bread, we're not doing breads, pasta, no white rice, no white potatoes for those 5 days during the whiteout challenge. As I said, no added white salt. If anything, I'm going to have you switch over to a pink Himalayan. And then no alcohol. Even, if you're having a bourbon or a different color, like just no alcohol during those 5 days. And we're going to do it together. And you'll get life coaching with me every single day. You'll have a recipe. You'll have a journal guide, because we're going to keep track of your energy level, where maybe you're stuck, where your willpower is getting tested. Are you having cravings? And what that feels and looks like. Are you starting to get your digestion to work better and heal as you're detoxing and resetting your metabolism? So you'll get lots of support. Everybody comes in the Facebook group. You'll have a private Facebook group, and we all cheer each other on, and we share recipes and pictures of our food, and give each other like, oh, I found this, great gluten-free pasta at such and such store. And so then we are all running out to go find it or order it. Again, so this is my healthy superfood salad today. It's a full meal with a great lemon, garlic and herb dressing instead of the bottle dressing, so that it has no sugar, but it's superfood packed. It did not take me long to make this. Again, simple. And I just used what I had in my house. I didn't go out shopping for anything else. So I want that for you. And then you can get all these nutrients into your body and feel energized in midlife. So happy Saturday to you. And if you want to make it, I'd love to know if you enjoyed it. And I hope this inspires you to join the Whiteout Challenge. We will prep the week of May 16th, meaning that you are going to start getting rid of the chips and the cookies and the ice cream that are in your house, or, separate them. And then you're going to try, shopping for the things that you are going to need during that Whiteout Challenge, but also preparing for that week of self-care. Do you need to buy some Epsom salt and some essential oils, because you're going to take an amazing Epsom salt bath? Do you want to buy like a favorite candle or a favorite mug, because you are going to be having some detox tea, or a favorite like water jug, because you are going to have to drink extra water during that time to help your body flush and come in equilibrium? Do you want to buy a journal and to keep track during that 5 days of your own journey? I do give you one, but you may want your own pretty one that can keep you on track. So you can register right now off of kbconsulting.com to join the 5-day Whiteout Challenge. I recommend having a buddy, because an accountability buddy is really good. I made it super cheap, just $47, because there is obviously work behind for me to offer this, and a lot of science behind it, and research, and just great recipes and great information. But I want to impact as many women as we're getting ready for summer. So great, easy recipes, simple. You do not need to be Julia Child in the kitchen. I want it to be that you can incorporate it into your day life easily, and then hopefully this will be a new path for you as you feel better, and that you'll be making better, different choices for you in the future as we're getting ready for summer and beyond. So again, Carrie Burrows from KB Consulting. I am breaking my fast now that it's almost 2 o'clock, because my stomach is really hungry. So again, I'll put the recipe below. If you have any questions, let me know.